All right, all right, all right. Good evening, everybody. So first of all, it's 8:30. It's 20:30. All right. I got some good tea in the car tonight, and I think the reason why I wanted to do this video with the inside the car is because this is where the greatest experience that I do have with this particular radio is in my car. Now, the Vero VNC. I don't know why more people don't have this particular radio. I don't know why more people aren't talking about this particular radio. And so tonight, I just wanted to kind of share my experience with a form factor to me that just appears to be unprecedented. The story started for me, and let's go to the radio just so you guys can start getting an idea of how my day starts when I get in the car. So as you can see, I'm in the car right now, and this is how it pretty much starts, especially when I'm doing soda and things of that nature. I like to run the Gaia. But if I go into my tablet, simple tablet setup, go right to the app, boom. And there we have it. So now I'm going to just start the app, boom. Channel 1. And my local repeaters have just started. Now, from here, when I get in my car, I power up the hand mic. All right, all right, all right. And then I'll run a radio check. See if it's ready. All right.
This is the NF4GA repeater.
Boom. NF4GA is my local repeater, and there's another Gainesville linear land. And at this moment, it's starting to broadcast my APRS messages. All right. So why am I making such a big deal about this radio? Because number one for me, and I want you guys to chat. I want us to talk about it. And just pretty much let's get it out all on the table. I got my old car, my transmission went out, and so I had to get another car. And I ended up taking a lot of my radios out. And, and I was thinking, okay, I have to put a new radio in my new car. And I didn't want to deal with a head unit. I didn't want to deal with running wires around the vehicle, because previously before that I had the Anytone 878, I think, not the 578, which was a great radio, but there were two caveats to it. I had to run an antenna for the GPS, I had to run an antenna for the RF, the UHF, the VHF, and I had to run power. And then I had to mount that particular radio. So I'm scrolling through the interwebs, going through internet, and all of the major ham channels, they've done reviews on this particular radio. So, I said, let me go out and let me be the guy to give it a try, because being that it's a Chinese software-defined radio, everybody, and myself included, I was a little skeptical. But the issue at hand for me was all of the Yaesu and ICOM radios, whatever the case may be, all of the FTM radios were 500 plus, almost $600 for a 2-meter, 70-centimeter APRS radio with an antiquated head unit. And what I mean by antiquated head unit, it was the big head unit with the knob. And where was I going to put that on the interior of my vehicle? So that was the thing for me. So I said, you know what? I'm going to try it. So I ended up selling my Anytone, took that money, and ended up buying this particular radio. Now, what I mean by radio, this is my radio. It could be my phone, or it could be a simple tablet on a magnet in the car. Now, if you're a fancy guy like me, you're doing soda, and you're in the North Georgia mountains, I'm running Gaia. So these are for my particular maps for traveling. But also, I'm obsessed with APRS. I'm going to share a few features and aspects of the radio that I love in particular. But one thing I love is this: settings, high power, low power, medium power. I can go to a single channel watch. If I want to switch repeater, go to another channel, boom, I just come right into this section right here. So, and a buddy of mine, we were on an activation recently, and he was like, hey, Yusuf, let's go over a simplex frequency. You know how difficult that is in a traditional radio, just to get in the VFO mode and just program in a frequency? With this particular radio, I was like, okay, buddy, no worries, check it out. I went to the menu, push of a button, right? I went to a channel, hold the channel down, edit channel, boom, put in the title, put in the frequency, call it a day. And that was it. And so, having spent my week with this particular radio, I was like, why aren't we doing this? Why isn't everybody raving about this radio? I will never purchase another 2-meter, 70-centimeter radio that has a head unit, that needs a GPS, that needs all of this. And here's the big kicker, the biggest caveat about this particular radio, because we're going to go on about the innovation, the form factor, and the like. Good morning from Korea. Annyeonghaseyo. Yojimotoseyo. How's everything going? Well, I'm glad that you chimed in. I'm just having a rant about how is it this $169 radio, this $169 radio with this $39 accessory, because I didn't need this accessory. But the cool thing about this accessory is if you want to extend the hand mic out, you can do it with the USB-C. I think other versions. I take that back. Magnet. I keep it magnetized and I keep it right there on my hand rest. So I'm going to rant and I'm going to rave and we're going to talk about it. I want to talk to you guys in the live chat to see what your thoughts are. But let me go back. I digress. $169 software-defined radio that is an APRS system that's running through an app. Now, I don't need a tablet. You can use your phone. You can use iOS. You can use Android. But I love to program. I just like to configure my radio like a normal human citizen and just type it in. I don't like the older form factors of radios with the knobs and you have to program it on your computer at home. And then you got to find the right cable. You got to find the right drivers. And then, you got to connect to the radio to make changes. So you're telling me for a 2-meter radio inside my car, I got to bring a dang on USB-C or whatever the flavor of cable connection media may be, but not with this. When I am inside, sometimes I program this radio while sitting on the couch. Some good green tea and organic honey too. I program this radio while sitting on the couch. I program my local repeaters. I program my desired simplex frequencies, whether it be the ISS, whether it be the national call, or any other flavor. And I do it. And the cool thing about it is this radio is like 50 watts on VHF, 40 watts on UHF. It does slow scan TV. It does peer-to-peer text messaging via APRS. Let's keep going back to $169. And any tone, 578, with the variety of flavors that it comes in, because you never know what you're getting with a 578 UV5 plus X UVW6, and it doesn't even do APRS that well. You need a bachelor's degree, maybe a community college associate's degree to work with the software that's associated with the Anytone radios. And they work, but they're just not as fun because I don't like a radio that I can't send or receive simultaneously, whatever the case may be. But when I got to this radio even allowed me to download offline maps so that it can work in conjunction with the GPS radio in the Samsung tablet or your phone. So now for me, I spend a lot of time doing solar in the North Georgia mountains. We don't always have cellular data. So your maps may get a little bit wonky, but not with this setup. I was able to download maps to get accurate pinpoint locations of where, no matter where I am in particular. You know what I mean? So there's another aspect of it. When you go into messaging, which is one of my favorite, you can see people who are in the vicinity of where you are. And look, slide it down, refresh it. These are people who are basically, maybe they can hear your beacon, people who are listening to you. And if you wanted to just send them a message, right? You can hold it. Boom. Now we can go into peer-to-peer messaging. Boom. Type in the message. hey bro, how you doing? It's good to hear from you. And you know how fun APRS can be. Now, here's the big kicker too. Here's another cool kicker too, and I'm going everywhere with it. All of this information is going straight to APRS.fi. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you don't need the internet. It's cool to have GPS cellular assist, but what I do in particular is I intentionally turn the Wi-Fi off on my tablet just so that I can get pure mobile APRS up and running. And if I look at the map, maybe we can even see a few stations. Check this out. These are like all of the stations in my area. Let me see if I can turn these lights off right quick so you can see it better. These are like all of the stations in my area, if you can see that. And these are like eye gates. You can see real time every time that APRS transmits in the background. Every time APRS is in the background, you can see the other stations. This is insanely awesome, you know. And when I'm done with it, I pack it up, I grab my radio, and I go inside. And the cool thing about it is, let's go back to dual watch right quick. Let's watch dual channel. Boom. Look at that. Look at the maps. Look at, I can see a station that I'm talking to 59 miles away from me. I just hit that eye gate. It's Whiskey 4 Papa Foxtrot Tango 1. It's actually showing where I'm making it into the eye gate. Come on, man. Now, for $169, does it get any better than that? And you guys know I'm not going to give a technical review of anything. I'm a consumer, so I speak for consumers. I speak for those hams who are on fixed incomes. I speak for people who, I just speak for an economical aspect when it comes to doing radio. But more important, the functionality of that radio. This system is outstanding. It's unprecedented. There's nothing out there. I have Yaesus, I have ICOMs, I have Jaegu radios, but I haven't found a UHF, VHF, APRS-centric transceiver that's been better than this for $169, $180. Yeah, Brian, I totally agree. But I was like so excited that I wanted to share with you guys what I like about it. And the question still arises to me. Number one, why doesn't everyone own a radio like this? Why isn't everybody raving about this form factor, this innovation? Bluetooth, everything's Bluetooth. Why isn't anybody raving about the cost? Because right now the Yaesu radios for APRS in the mobile are insane. They're overpriced. And I've been using this radio for about a month or two now, and I wouldn't, no, I don't use Wi-Fi. I try not to use any mobile hotspot with my phone, and I try not to use Wi-Fi when doing APRS with this particular radio so that it can operate independently from the tablet's GPS. I even found a way to debug the tablet to get a better GPS antenna so that the GPS in the tablet uses an external antenna if that's something that you wanted to do. So yeah, this is just, and here's the deal. I haven't even gotten into all of the internet, because this radio also functions as a digigate. It also functions as an iGate. Jeffrey, it's the VR-N7500. That's the name of the radio. It's a VGC, I believe. And let me tell you, installation is easy. You want to see, and this is what I always say to myself. This is my radio. When I'm done with this, I pack it up, I bring it inside, or I put it in the glove box, right? I put it in the glove box and I'm done. And for those of us who like to be tactical, like, you know, some of us, we like to be tactical, you know, you can run multiple screens on this bad boy. Run your multiple screens. Right now, you'll have, you know, okay, wait. Let me go back. Well, that's just Android Auto, but you guys get the idea. Let's go back to maps. You know, you can run your tactical screens, and you're looking pretty cool. So that's all I really want to say about this. Yeah, it's the VGC VR-7500, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about it, see what you guys' thoughts are, because I get a little upset sometimes at the circumstances that we're in amateur radio when it comes to innovation, new types of products, the cost of existing products, the neglect of product development in some of the major characters in the game. Because when I got into amateur radio a few years ago, you know, either your radio cost $1,300 or it cost $100, and we stayed away from the $100 radios because either it was the big three Japanese or it was a Chinese radio. But now I think today that's changed. I haven't had any problems with this radio. And the APRS experience with this radio has been top notch. Yeah. So what are you guys' thoughts? And we're not gonna make this video too long. I just kind of wanted to feature that sucker. You can look up information about the radio on the internet. Yeah, and here's the deal, Brian. If you choose to
This is the NF4
purchase
GA repeater.
there is a PTT accessory that you can put on your steering wheel, and your tablet and or phone will communicate through your Bluetooth in your car. Because check this out, guys. Check a look at this. Not only can I talk through the hand mic, but I can also talk through this microphone here. So let's send out a radio check. CQ 2-meter repeater, CQ 2-meter repeater. This is Kilo 4, Kilo Hotel Oscar requesting a signal report. See if they get back to us. I was able to do PTT from the screen of my dang on tablet. CQ 2-meter repeater, CQ 2-meter repeater, NF4 GA. This is Kilo 4, Kilo Hotel Oscar requesting a signal report. And no worries, if I don't like it, see what these guys got. I'll just change channel. CQ 2-meter repeater, CQ 2-meter repeater. This is Kilo 4, Kilo Hotel Oscar requesting a signal report.
4BOC repeater.
I wouldn't, well, here's the deal about the FT5DR. The FT5 is a handheld transceiver. That is what that is. That has its purpose. But if you're thinking on the lines of mobile rigs in your car, this is, to me, you know, it's a separate animal. CQ 2-meter repeater, CQ 2-meter repeater. This is Kilo 4, Kilo Hotel Oscar requesting a signal report. I'm testing out a new radio. Well, it's Sunday night. We'll see if the guys get back to me. But yeah, that's just one of the many features associated with this particular mobile rig. The price point.
Requesting a signal report. This is Mark N7GRV. Your audio in the repeater is good and clear. Back to you.
So now I can even take the audio out of the repeater. Thank you, Mark, for the signal report. I appreciate that. Have a great evening, man. Signal coming through the actual radio itself.
You have my curiosity. What is the new radio?
Oh, okay. All right, so let's see. Hey, Mark, this is a Vero. I think it's a VGC VR-N7500. It's a headless SDR. And basically, I run the radio through my tablet, through my phone on my tablet. QSL?
I think I got you there. Stand by a minute. I have to do something here at my desk.
QSL.
I hate to say it, but your audio quality dropped down just a bit, and I got to get my attention back here to the activity I have on my desk. So you have a pleasant evening, and a Happy New Year to you. 73, 77 to your meet.
N7GRB, thank you so much. I appreciate the contact. This is K4KHO signing off and continuing with my experiments. Yeah, Brian. Yeah. And you know what I think would be also cool? What if you put this radio in your backpack, you know? You put it in your backpack, you connect it to a nice antenna, and you run everything from your phone. You know? Running Sirius APRS, you know, because to me, Soda, Summits on the Air, being out in the wilderness, and APRS go hand in hand, period, to me. Now, the fact that you have downloadable maps, and from what I understand and receive, this radio is only like 100 milliamps. So this is pretty awesome, and up to 8 amps on transmit, but it just depends on what rate you have it going. Excuse my left hand over here. I'm holding the gimbal, I guess, with the right. But yeah, man, I love this radio. This radio is just super, super awesome. Let me see if I can get somebody. Let me see. Hey, Mr. Schultz, you want to try Lanierland? Oh, hold on. There we go. Let's get it back. We can try Lanierland. Yeah, make a go box with that and a QRP rig. And, you know, once again, you got a full command center. But you know what else is pretty awesome? You know, with the ability to run this with a tablet. Check this out, right? Let's do it in, all right, North Fulton. CQ 2-meter repeater. CQ 2-meter repeater. This is Kilo 4, Kilo Hotel Oscar, running an experiment with wireless communications. Let's see. Now we good. We can get it. Hey Steve, how you doing, man? Thanks for the cue. So I'm just playing around with this wireless radio setup. I'm talking to you right now from the screen of a Samsung Tab 7 in my car because the radio is headless. QSL?
No, QSL.
All right, man. Well, I'll be standing by, and I'll be monitoring this frequency, K4, KHO, clear and monitoring.
Well, you're sounding really good over here on this end. Really clear, real crisp, very nice.
Hey, Wes. Thanks, bro. Thank you so much. You didn't have to get in the truck for this one. And I think I worked out the bugs. Wes, this radio would be good for us in Soda, bro. What are you thinking? Like, what are your thoughts about this radio?
I think it's a really cool setup, man. I mean, that thing is real nice. I was seeing you were showing how simple it was just to jump over to some frequencies, too, without having to use any programming software, so that's pretty cool. You know, that's kind of old school like me. I've never used any programming software up until the FTM500 that I just got, and I'm going to mess around with some programming software for that. But other than that, yeah, you were showing it pretty simple, and it sounds great. So, I mean, I don't know. I hadn't seen the rest of it, though, really, to see how it would set up in a bag or a go box or anything like that. But with that APRS and everything, you know, if it's small enough, sure, it'd work great. E4S Jam.
Wes, it's about the size of a bioenno battery, maybe two bioenno batteries stacked next to each other. The radio is underneath my seat right now, and so you're hearing the hand mic that's connected to it between my seat. But I am so happy that, you know, and I hate that you bought an FTM500, but I will never buy another form factor of the such, especially for the exorbitant prices, again, if this radio lasts me. I'd rather buy another one of these radios before I spend $600 on a 2-meter rig that isn't digitally capable per se. Like this radio, it's an iGate. It's a digipeater. It does slow scan TV. It even does CW decode.
Yeah, I tell you, and the price point for everything it does, that's really good. That's really good. So I'm glad you found such a wonderful rig, and I hope the longevity goes for you. And we'll see how it goes from there. I know you're going to run it. I know you're going to run it every day, and I know you're going to push it to its limits and test it out if I know you. So that's what you do with your rigs, is push them to their limits and see what their full potential and capacity is. And hey, you take a full advantage of the ham radio hobby, that's for darn sure. K4KHO, KE4SJM.
And as the great W4UIE says, use your equipment. And that's what we're here to do. And so I'm glad that I was able to get this video out to you guys and share this experience with you. I think this radio is the bee's knees. And I am like flabbergasted as to why more people aren't looking into this. I recommend it. I went out and I bought it. I took the plunge. And it hasn't appeared to be a cheap piece of junk. So let me see. Also, I got mine from Gigaparts, just so you know. And Evan,
I'm looking to see what else I know you got it fixed in the vehicle, so we'll see where you go from here on this one. But I know you said it does an iGate also. I'm not too familiar with all that stuff yet. You're a lot more on the technical side of things than I am, but I'm just real basic when it comes to APRS. But I'm trying to learn a little bit more of it. I've got to get the FTM500 set up. I still need to learn how to do like direct messaging on my FT5D. So yeah, we'll have to get together on a summit one day, and maybe you can walk me through all this stuff.
Broham, you know I got your back. And bro, you spend too much time in the woods to not be doing APRS. That's number one. Number two, APRS at 10 to 40 watts in the woods, to me, works a lot better than when we're doing with these dang on handheld transceivers. I remember when I had the 857 set up with the MobiLink TNC on Blood Mountain, pumping out 20 watts of APRS, I was spotting the soda, I was sending text messages, and I was doing email, grid down independently. You and I need radios like this, and I refuse to depend on handheld transceivers, even though height is might. But I just find more success with APRS with the QRO rigs. This is K4KHO for FCC compliance. And it's funny, we're sitting here having kind of...
You're absolutely true about that. Spending too much time in the woods, not to be familiar enough with APRS. You're absolutely right. And
Gigaparts, I got mine in like 3 or 4 days. The shipping was top notch.
We met last year up in the Cahutta Wilderness. No cell service out there.
Listen to this story.
From a different direction.
Listen to this story.
And because of the other guy that I was with, the other ham that was with, he had his FT5D with his APRS turned on, and Yusuf just 30 minutes later, he pops up walking up through bushwhack on the summit and surprised us, and he found us because of APRS. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna let you get back to your video, and we're at it where you're focused, and won't keep you distracted. But good chatting with you tonight, Yusuf, and I hope to get up on a summit with you soon. We got Winterfield Day coming up. We got our
I'll be ready.
Coming up here soon.
I'll be ready.
Towards the end of winter.
I was gonna go out today, but I had to go make some money.
Here's, buddy. 7-3.
Hey, 73, bro. Thanks for the QSO. And the next summit I go on is probably going to be with you. I would have been out there today, but a customer called me about some bad receptacles. And I had to go fix them. Uh-oh, let me see what happened to my... All right. Evan, what's up, man? Man, I was working on my black belt in jiu-jitsu, and I had to study for like 2 months straight, man. And I passed my test.
We got to get that work when we
So,
can sometimes. And
I'm officially a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
That's our extra toy money for our radios.
Yeah.
All right, well, have a great week. If I don't hear from you on the repeater again this week, K4KHO, KE4SGM. I'm clear, 7-3.
Thanks. Oh, let me just 73 West. So you guys, you just saw QSO, you saw APRS functioning, and I bet you if you guys go to APRS.FI right now, you can probably see me. Because I'm beaconing and I'm not connected to the internet. I'm just beaconing from my car, my antenna. And you think you guys would want to see my antenna? I got a lip mounted antenna on this sucker. I mean, I don't think that's very important, but I think what's important is the radio. Evan, we're talking about the VR-N7500, 2 meter, 70 centimeter APRS software defined radio for $169. It's headless. It's Bluetooth hand mic and Bluetooth graphic user interface. All right. So you guys you want to see my antenna? All right, cool. Let's see if we can walk outside for a second. Hopefully my gimbal doesn't lose power because it has been kind of charging. All right. So just so you guys can kind of get a little glimpse of it. All right, here we go. We're outside of the QTH. And if you can see, I'm running this lip mount. Well, you can't see it. You can't see it. You really can't see it. So let me try this again. You can't see it, but this is a MFJ antenna that I'm running on the front of the car. And if you guys want to see the radio is under my seat. Let me see if I can get a flashlight on it. I'm gonna get a flashlight because I'm an electrician and I keep flashlights. Okay, boom. That's the radio right there. It's under my seat. And that's it. And I don't even need the hand mic that's on there. I just run it just in case. Yeah, that is the hand mic. Well, that's the radio, so you guys can see. And that's it. Opa. All right, so I hope that this video has been informative. I hope that you guys you've enjoyed yourself. I hope that you've had fun. Like and share, subscribe, all that other good jazz. You know what I mean? And I had fun talking to you guys. Thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for being my guests. And I'll see you guys again with another live. But you know, tell me what you guys think. I think this radio is just been the best bet. So check it out. I'm gonna show you guys something. Last but not least, I'll show you as we leave, right? So now I'm done with the radio. I shut my car off. I'm going to go right here and look. Power down the radio, take my tablet off, and go my butt inside. And if I need to make any correctional changes, any program changes, any channel changes, any configuration changes, I'll do it on the couch while I'm watching Monarch, like the whole Godzilla thing, you know, or watching Love After Lockup or 90 Day Fiancé. The moral story is I can program this radio, configure the radio from my bedside, come outside, and immediately it'll load all the settings to the head unit. Come on, man. Come on. All these other radio manufacturers, they're going to have to step up because this is unprecedented. Well, thank you guys. And 73 and Semper Fi.